Hey guys, this is Encore's video explaining how to choose your tasks, or at least how to decide what you're going to do as task number one. So I've put the tasks on Schoology and Google Classroom. It's your choice which one you use. I prefer Schoology, but I had some students say they prefer Google Classroom. I'm going to show it to you mostly on Schoology. So, okay, if you are at the Encore Schoology page, it looks something like this. You'll see distance learning stuff when you get there. Click on that. There's a syllabus and even a video where I explain the syllabus. So if you want my sarcastic tone to help explain it, you can have that. But it goes through choosing, right? So every Friday, you have a task that's assigned and it is due the following Wednesday. You get to choose which task, but you should plan in the very beginning which 5 you're going to do because that will determine what you do first. If you do more than 5, it's just extra credit. So maybe you're like, hey, I'll just do a bunch of them because I actually like choir. It's a fun class. And none of the tasks should take more than maybe half an hour to complete. You might want to practice for longer than that, but the actual task itself will take probably 30 minutes to get done. Okay, so here's the first thing you need to understand. You have to do 5 things and you get to choose what those 5 things are. I have said you have to do one theory task and you have to do one singing task, but those things are a little bit wishy-washy. So if you've been excused from theory, then you don't have to do the theory task, but you still have to do 5 things. If you're in 2 choirs, I want the choir recordings more than I want the theory task. So if you do all the choir recordings, that's way more than 5 tasks. You're good. Um, Also, if you want to learn beginning choir stuff, then I will excuse you from the theory tasks as well. Okay. So I will put up the beginning choir stuff on here as well, just so that you have it. Right now, it's not there. But let's say I'm going to do my virtual choir tasks mostly because after all, this is choir. You already have Caritas Abundat, Esto Les Digo, In My Life, and an 80s medley. That's 4 songs if you're in this class. So if you're in this class, you do all 4 of those songs and 1 theory assignment, you're good. It's your choice which order you do them in. But if you're like, well, I want to do beginning choir songs too. Well, beginning choir, 5th period has one 80s medley. You could listen to that one and decide if you like that one. 6th period has an 80s medley. You could choose that one. And you could add to those recordings. They also have choir songs, but I don't think you should do those ones. It'll take too long to learn them. The 80s medleys are super easy. You probably already know the songs. I will, like I said, I'll add the 80s songs on here to beginning choir, so you get to do them as well. But so this is why I'm saying choice. If all you want to do is sing, then what you actually need to do is just figure out which song you're going to sing first and say, okay, and I'm also going to do one of the beginning choir ones that gets me out of theory. Well, then week 1, don't do any theory. It's that simple. Just start with one of your recordings. Caritas Abundat, I think, will be the easiest for you to do. If you click on it, it doesn't have any tracks here. This is where you submit the assignment. It has a little guideline of like, hey, this is how you actually make the recordings. And then if you're having trouble submitting, there's that. But you have to understand the tracks are elsewhere. So here's the score and the tracks, Esto Les Digo, score and tracks. Lucky Luke is there if you're in vocal ensemble. And I will also add, In My Life has sectionals. The reason why is because you need to learn that song. So In My Life actually has, like, for your bass, it has the parts. Look, measure 1 through 4, measures 5 through 13, where I teach it to you and repeat it so you can learn the song. Excuse me. The 80s ones right now are just up in their own folder. I'll put them here as well. But there's nothing for you to actually record with yet for 80s or In My Life. You can only record right now this week with Caritas Abundat and Esto Les Digo. Oh, and Lucky Luke. It has to say virtual choir and your part in order for you to record with it. And so use one of these. The reason why is because at the beginning there's claps you have to sync. Okay, if you like or if you like Google Classroom better, I put them up here. And if you go to, when you see Google Classroom, you see this, you go to classwork. There's some resources here again. And then down below, there's virtual recording instructions. Close that out. Then there's virtual choir all. Here's In My Life, tenors and basses, sopranos and altos. This is just the practice tracks. And if you click on them, it tells you that. Virtual choir, beginning choir. Look, it's already up there. The 80s medley for 5th and 6th period. Those practice tracks are on this page. Caritas Abundat, Esto Lestigo. Look, these are actual assignments you can turn in, whereas 80s medley is just for practice because I don't have that track yet. And then Lucky Luke is down here for vocal ensemble. Now, let's say that you are sick and tired of hearing my spiel about virtual choir and you don't want to do it. It's okay. You can do the karaoke task. You can only do one karaoke task if you are in Encore or Dulce Voix. So you choose 2 songs, any 2 songs, you sing them karaoke style, and you submit a recording. It's just that simple. There's a place to submit it in Schoology and also in Google Classroom. There's also sight singing, and sight singing is cool because you don't have to practice. So it's a video of me sight singing, and you see on the screen the example you're going to sing, and I sing it with you, and then I say, your turn, ready, set, go, and you just do the best you can, but you don't have to practice it. It's sight singing. If you're not perfect, that is okay. And then remember, there's nothing on Google Classroom about theory other than how to do the theory, how to use Musician and YouTube Musician links. And if you look on Schoology, it's kind of the same idea because you don't do that here. So there's the theory task, but it's once again, it's resources of how to do it. If you choose to do a theory task because you're not going to do additional choir stuff, you need to watch that video. But you do it here, it grades it here, it submits everything. Most important thing to know is you choose a course and you choose a quiz. So this is Unit 1. If I finish Unit 1 rhythm course and rhythm quiz and the grades together average for a 60 or above, you've passed it and you get all 20 points. I think that the notation and vocab course is the easiest because there's no rhythm tapping. So it's just a little bit easier for that. But you can choose any of the units and courses. Maybe your favorite thing on earth is key signatures, or maybe you want to learn about something new. Intervals and enharmonics we have not really done. So that's kind of cool. You could actually learn something during this time. What a silly idea. Also, if you can't find stuff, you can always go to the choir website, right? Here's the page you come to. Yay, it's us, practice tracks. So if you go to the practice tracks page, all of the choir's tracks are here for virtual choir. Remember, you can record as long as it says virtual choir. So, Esto Les Digo, everybody's choir is in this one thing. So you could find the beginning choir tracks there because they're not yet on Schoology for the 80s stuff. And I also put PDFs of the scores because I don't expect you to have taken them home. And then if you look, here's the 80s music sectionals, In My Life sectionals, just to help you learn the songs. Hopefully this helps you to choose, right? So make a plan. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. Choose whether or not you're going to do your, 4 songs and a theory assignment, or are you going to learn a different choir song for your 5th thing? And then that's what you're going to do first. Starting next Friday, you're going to choose your song. You're going to make your beautiful virtual choir recording and submit it to me by the following Wednesday. Cool? Okay, if you have questions about this stuff, either come to Choir Club on Friday or come to the Zoom meeting that I explain things, or I work with you one-on-one between 1 and 2. And don't forget, I have office hours. If you have forgotten or if you just don't like to watch videos because I'm long and I ramble, if you go to the calendar on the choir website has all of the links for the Zoom meetings. My internet is going slow right now and not letting you see it. There we go. If you click on these, they're links to the Zoom meetings. Okay, guys, have fun, sing, bye.